Hello everybody. In today's video I'm going to be talking about how the Exile trade network works. Say that 3 times fast. But anyways, I'm just trying to clarify for people that want to know, because the Exile trade network is a little confusing, even though it is a pretty large part of the actual story. Just to get you guys started with some basic info, the Exile trades happen at night. You could go across all the locations except for the tower in Old Town. It might be better if I go up to the bus real quick. Anyways, so over all of the locations except for, where is it, Tower and Old Town, all of them during the night have exiles that show up that participate in trades with you and give you trade orders to fulfill. These trade orders can be pretty easy to difficult, and it depends on, well, really what you're finding. Some of them is just meant to be difficult, or two, just the game decides just to not spawn it sometimes, but you'll have to deal with that. But anyways, again, across all the locations except for Tower and Old Town, they don't appear in these 2 locations because, one, Old Town is a major part of the story, and in the story, of course, the bell's rang for 3 days, so Old Town is done. Nobody's going there. And not in the tower because, well, it's just a bad idea for exiles to go there and trade when the tower's literally hunting them down. But anyways, on the bus, this doesn't happen when you complete it all like I have. This happens just when you get here. These are all the rewards that you can get. Some of them are very good. Most of them are. Let's just take Recurve Bow. It's the most obvious and, I guess, exciting one out of all these. The Recurve Bow is cool. And it works well, and you get a bunch of other... Please. You get a bunch of other ammo and stuff when you get it from Hotel Exile. It's super cool. Now, let's talk about the worst one. Bywater's trade. That one was Hotel Exile. This is Bywater. Bywater is dog water. You get wood and crowbars. I don't know who was asking for this. I'm not going to rant on it, but it's just bad. Same thing with the flares. I'll probably make a dedicated video on this, but flares are just a bad idea to add to the game, especially considering when we already had distraction arrows in the first game. I think these noise arrows. It does the exact same thing, except it even alerts human enemies. Anyways, everything here except for these 2 are good. Getting back to what the video is about. These exiles appear during the night. You find them, you follow the cat, I guess, icons with your UV flashlight. You get your UV flashlight by just pressing X on the controller you're holding the flashlight with. And you follow them around until you find a lighted location that's usually away from walkers. And you'll find them there. There's usually, except for the one story one, there's usually 2 boxes around them. They'll give you a trade order, and you could bring the items for the first trade order with you when you actually get the note to fulfill it. But every other one has to be completed the day after you take the note from the exile that's there. Really complicated, pretty needlessly, but I understand it a little bit. If I were to summarize, you could, for the first trade, like, go onto Reddit or something, find what you need to take to them, take it to them, they'll give you the trade network note or the request. You could then trade that night with them with stuff that you brought, and then, but with the other 2 nights, you'll have to take the note, go back to the bus, complete a day of scavenging, or just, skip it with the drink, and then you could go back and then trade. That's just how it works. But again, every location except for the tower in Old Town. And I'm just gonna go during the day because you complete 3 of these trades, and then you unlock the foothold, which I'll show you now. Here is the Memorial Lane foothold. Foothold in lore and gameplay means that you've traded them enough stuff and you've helped them out enough that they're able to scavenge during the night, or during the day. And they're able to establish a quote-unquote foothold.
Nothing better to do?
To, I guess, take territory from the tower. Here's a suppressor. It's very nice. Epic. Silences your weapon. But anyways,
That's a tourist.
these footholds can give you really good stuff that you could never find anywhere else in the game except for scavengers' backpacks that have perished during the night. Anyways, that is a pretty quick rundown of how the Exiles work. To give a quick summary of what I just told you, you go to certain places, or any location except for the tower in Old Town during the night. You follow the cat icon with your UV flashlight, like this, right here. You follow these to where the location of the Exile they are going to be trading with. They give you a trade order. With that trade order, you just fulfill it, and then they give you other stuff from that order that they just gave you. Then they'll give you another order, do it again, give you another order, do it again, and then you have a foothold, which footholds give you very good items that you can only find off of, very rarely, off of dead scavengers during the night. Let's go back to this real quick. Now for my final bit, I'm just going to show what where every single one of the new foothold items comes from and like their location. Let's start with the recurve bow. Recurve bow is cool, kind of useless honestly, but you get a lot of good ammo from it, and it gives you a cool sight. This comes from Hotel Eclair. It's probably the most memorable because it's cool. Well, that is from Hotel Eclair. The next one is, of course, the suppressors, which I just got. Suppressors, silence weapons, of course. It works on the 9mm, the AK, or no, the assault rifle. And I think that's actually it. It might work on this. Yes, it does. It does work on the Devil's Paintbrush. Does it work on this? It does, surprisingly. I don't know who would put on that, but it works on the SMGs as well. But overall, it's it. But it is very useful if you're going on night missions and, of course, fulfilling Exile orders. Okay, now moving on to the other ones. They're all in this little storage area that I've made. First, we have smelling salts. Oops. Smelling salts. These come from the Via Corolla trade, and they just make you a lot faster for a little bit. That even works when walking with walker guts during the night and stuff, which makes it very, very useful. Moving on, we have energy drinks. These are from the Bourbon Street Exile, and these give you infinite stamina for 45 seconds. Insanely useful. Next, moving on, we got creatine. This comes from Bastion, I believe. Just reduce stamina cost. Oops. Swinging a weapon for 5 minutes. Pretty crazy. Very useful. Moving on. The Bywater one, of course, it's just wood and stuff. What is other than that? I swear there's... Oh, flare arrows, of course. Oh, there's also the medical kits from the ward. I haven't even gotten those yet, which I probably should. And I think... Oh, yeah. And also in Rampart, there are... The only way to actually get grenade launcher rounds... I think I have it on me. Yeah. Grenade launcher rounds, the only way to get them is from Rampart. And it gives you that, and I think a few grenades. Well, anyways, I think that is the video, guys. That's how the Exile Trade Network works. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.